Welcome back to This is Van Color. Now, there are private Facebook groups entitled Are We Dating the Same Guy? That are specific to cities where women can out toxic daters, ghosters, and cheaters, particularly those that they meet on dating apps. Longtime viewer Laura from Langley wanted us to do a segment on the legalities surrounding these Facebook groups. So to provide us with her legal expertise is my counterpart on CBC Radio's Soapbox Social Panel, which you can find on CBC's On the Coast with Gloria Makarenko every Thursday at 4:10 p.m. Representing Acumen Law, she is Kyla Lee, and this is Kyla's Court. So, Kyla, there apparently exist these Facebook groups where women can out cheaters and creeps to other women. It sounds pretty good, like women are protecting themselves. Are there any legal issues surrounding these type of Facebook groups?
There are a ton of legal issues that are at play here.
Okay.
The first thing is, if you say something that is defamatory towards another person, then you could end up being sued. In addition, if you're posting multiple times about the same person on multiple different groups in multiple different locations, that could be considered a form of criminal harassment. Even though you're not contacting them directly, there have been cases where harassment can occur by publishing content online about somebody.
Really? Even if it's true?
Even if it's true, because it's designed to harass the other person.
Now, has any of this actually been tested in courts?
There may have been lawsuits filed, but there hasn't been anything that's actually gone to any judgments that I'm aware of in Canada. So we don't have any rulings about the extent to which you can share information with other women for protection and for, general knowing about whether a dude's a creep purposes.
So we don't actually know. Like you're saying, based on the law that we have on the books, this is what you think, but we don't know for certain.
Well, we know for certain that if you say something about somebody else that's not true, you can certainly, and it's negative about them, that you could be sued for defamation.
Okay.
Even if you say something that's true that's negative, you could still become the target of a lawsuit and get thrust into that process and have to defend yourself by proving that it's true.
Okay.
But, the question of the extent to which these groups themselves promote defamation, that's something that hasn't really been tested in court yet.
So defamation is like civil law, but you also said that if you are posting multiple times on multiple different groups or sites, that could be harassment. So is that criminal then?
That would be criminal, yes. If you're engaging in harassment, that can be criminal. You could end up charged. What usually happens is you'll get a phone call from the police saying, stop it. And as long as you stop it, it probably doesn't go anywhere. Now,
I have a question. A lot of these groups will out men who send intimate photos of themselves, colloquially known as dick pics. If you're someone and you're sending an intimate photo of yourself to someone else unsolicited, is that illegal?
It could be, yes. And the same way that criminal harassment is illegal. And then also we have laws in British Columbia related to online harms and intimate images. And the federal government has also tabled legislation that's likely to be passed dealing with online harms and harassment online as well.
If you are the recipient of one of these intimate images and that person is obviously committing a crime, as you just said, are you free to then post it everywhere and name and shame that person?
You cannot post it. You cannot name and shame. That would actually amount to you committing a crime. The dissemination of somebody else's intimate images without their consent is a criminal offense in Canada. And you can also be brought again before the tribunal in British Columbia that deals with the removal of intimate images from online and fined by that tribunal.
So basically, people have to be aware of the law when engaging in these groups. Because again, I think the overall feel of these groups is pretty good. It's protecting women and letting them know, but there could be some pitfalls, some legal pitfalls.
Yes, absolutely. Don't post anything unless you can back it up with other information like text messages, that type of thing. Don't post any intimate images and don't exaggerate, because that's when you start to get into the areas of potentially being liable in defamation.
Wow. Great advice, Kyla. I hope Laura from Langley got what she needed from the segment. So thanks so much.
Thank you.
Folks, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Laura from Langley. I hope that does answer your questions. Thank you, of course, to Aaron Ashley, Katrina Chen, and cool Kyla Lee for tonight's show. If you have any segment suggestions of your own, please shoot me an email, mo@thisisvancolor.com. Also, follow me on all the socials, including Blue Sky. Everyone's getting on Blue Sky. You should too, at Van Color. We'll be back next week, but for now, this is Van Color, and I'm Mo Amir telling you that in a province where you can be anything, be colorful. Peace.